Hey guys, welcome back to Shay's Urban Edibles. For those of you that are new here, I'm Shay. Welcome to my garden, which is located in Houston, Texas, Zone 9B. In today's garden agenda, we'll be filling up my 2 new green stalks that were gifted to me. So come along. All right, so like I said in the beginning of the video, guys, these 2 green stalk planters were gifted to me by a subscriber. She saw me struggling with my Dollar Tree planters and decided that I should make an upgrade. And so she donated 2 of these green stalk planters, and this is what I want to get filled up today. She does have a YouTube channel. At Shauna Channel is her YouTube channel. I'll put it up on the screen. But these are 5-tier green stalks. This is the peppercorn color, and I want to go ahead and get these filled and planted up. So what I want to do first is I bought some cement blocks to set them on because I haven't bought the spinner bases for them just yet. I do want to make them as stable as possible so that they don't flip over when the wind blows. And so I have some cement blocks that I want to put over here to set them on. All right, so these are the 2 concrete blocks that I purchased to put them on. They are, I guess, close to 2 feet wide. I think the description on the website said 23 point some odd. But this is what I'm going to put them on. I'm going to place them in the area where I have most of my trees at. So let's get these moved over. These suckers are very heavy, but they are solid. And so I think this will be very nice for them to sit on. I'm going to put one here. And because I plan on pulling these Dollar Tree planters up now, I am going to put one over in this area somewhere. So let me go ahead and get this should be getting close to harvest time. So let me put the other one right there. All right, so we have the bases down there. She said that I probably shouldn't stack them 5 high, but because I'm 5 foot, close to 5'9", I think I should be okay. So I'm going to see what they look like 5 high, and if it's too high for me, I will adjust them down to 4. So what I want to do now is start mixing the soil. What I did find out about the soil is that because you want to be able to maneuver these and spin them around, you want the soil to be as light as possible. And so I decided to go with this Pro Mix. I believe the Pro Mix is very light. From my understanding, it does hold moisture well, although it does not come amended. And so I will need to add amendments to it. I plan on adding one. I want it to drain a little bit better. And then also, I plan on adding in this all-purpose organic plant food. So I'm going to mix a couple of these. Oh, and keep in mind, each one of these holds 1 cubic foot of soil. And so because I have 5, I bought a total of 5 of these bags, which holds 2 cubic feet compressed. So there's 2 in each one of these bags, 2 cubic feet in each one of these bags. So it's going to take 1 bag to fill up 2 of these. Anyway, I want to mix the soil, so I'm going to take the Pro Mix, I'm going to mix it, I'm going to add some perlite, and then I also plan on adding in some of this organic fertilizer. I didn't forget my scissors today. We did get the rain that the weatherman was saying we were going to get. And I think we're expecting it to rain a few more days. See how light and fluffy this soil is? It's already got some perlite in it. So I'm not going to add too much more, but I am going to add some. So this is 2 bags. Let me add one more in there. This is premium organic garden mix. I wanted to see what the difference was for the premium and then just the pro mix. This one says on the front, premium organic eco choice, ideal for seed starting vegetables and herbs, flowers, containers, pots, or in ground. It is 1 cubic foot. This one says that this is 1 cubic foot, 20 pounds. So they both hold the same amount. They are both for the same mixes. The bag is recyclable. Let's see, what are the ingredients here? This says sphagnum, peat moss, perlite, looks like cocoa coir, ground limestone for pH adjustment, a wetting agent, mycorrhizae, and this one and something about glomus introradices. I don't know what that is. I'll have to look that up. This one, where's the ingredients on this bag? Okay, so the ingredients on this bag are sphagnum, peat moss, cocoa coir, perlite, ground limestone, wetting agent, and mycorrhizae. So it's the same thing. So what's the purpose of the yellow bag and the red bag? If y'all know, um, leave it in the comments and let me know what's the difference between these two, because I thought I was getting something different when I picked this bag up. But yeah, let's get to mixing. Just wanted to check and see if there was a difference between those two. Now, I did look into different types of soils. This seemed to be the best value. I did look at the Fox Farm and I think it was Frog something. I don't remember. Anyway, I looked at that brand as well, but that brand was really expensive. I did see a couple of reviews. As a matter of fact, they have this channel on YouTube that talks about the different growing mediums, and this was included on one of the videos, and it had excellent growth. And it seems like it already came pre-amended as well, but I just couldn't bring myself to pay $33 a bag for 1 cubic foot of soil. And I need, like I said, 10 cubic feet, because each one of these little levels holds a whole cubic foot of soil. So yeah, I couldn't see myself doing that. So this is what I opted to. These were, I got twice the amount of soil compressed. Of course, I do have to add in my own amendments, but this soil was near about as I probably would have spent about, let's see, $33 a bag plus tax, probably around 35 bucks times 10, which would have been $350 in soil, versus this was $20 a bag and I got 5 of them. So I only spent 100 bucks. So, I want explosive growth, don't get me wrong, but I just wasn't willing to take that that risk. Now there may be some of you that have those deep pockets like that, but my pockets ain't that deep. They just ain't. So this is what I ended up with, the Pro Mix. So far, I have no complaints. Like I said, I do plan on amending it with a little bit of the perlite and a little bit of the organic fertilizer. That over there. I'm gonna go ahead and add in my fertilizer as well. This should fill up 4 because this is 2 bags of the potting mix. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 holes on each one. I'll probably add a couple of the kohlrabi because I got some purple kohlrabi and some white kohlrabi back there on my grow table that need to be planted. And so I'm probably going to add 1 or 2 on each row to get those planted. But I do also have some other stuff that I want to get planted in there. Most of them are root crops. Okay, I didn't cut off enough. All right, I want to be able to reseal the bag, but okay. Now, let me get to mixing. Oop. I guess I should have just mixed 1 bag at a time. I really do prefer getting in with my hands and mixing it over mixing it with the shovel. That way I can break up these clumps too. With just a small addition of fertilizer, you can already smell the difference in the soil. You can really smell that organic fertilizer. Now this is very, I guess, neutral soil, and so it really doesn't have a smell prior to you putting in any amendments that you plan on adding. Yeah, when I saw that comment on the video that I made, um, and Shauna was telling me that she wanted to gift me a GREENSTALK, I was over excited. I was so happy to be getting a GREENSTALK because I had been talking about getting one, been thinking about getting one. I missed out on the sale. And then when she reached out to me and I responded back to her, she was telling me that, hey, you know what? I'm going to give you 2 of them. And I was like, oh my God, it just gets better and better. So I ended up with 2. I was blessed by her to receive 2 GREENSTALKs from her. And I was so appreciative of her. Now I know I'm not going to be able to get all of them out, but I want to get as many of these big chunks out as I can. There's 1. Now, I do know that GREENSTALK has, I guess it's kind of like the 12 Days of Christmas special that they got going on. So every day they're putting something on sale. And I think the spinner bases are going to be on sale next week. I don't know how much they're taking off of them, but I did see because they send me emails. I signed up for their emails when I went onto their website. And so once they put those spinner bases on sale, I do plan on putting my order in. And I don't know if I can combine that sale with a code, but I know there are a couple of gardeners on YouTube that have uh, codes that you can put in to generate a discount. And so I'm going to try that as well. I want to get the best price possible. Call me frugal. Just call me frugal. Not cheap, frugal. Always want the best deal possible. All right, so I think this is going to be a good enough mix. What I will do also is I have some blood meal and some bone meal in the garage. I'll probably end up amending each hole with a little bit of that once I start planting. So let's start filling these up. We'll start over here, fill that one up. Bring you guys in a little closer so you can see the texture of the soil. All right. You know what? I think this soil will be light enough that I can actually fill these up so that I don't lose much of my soil. Yeah, so I Googled it to see how much of the soil, how much soil I needed per planter, and it said you need approximately 1 cubic foot. And I did Google that while I was in the process of purchasing soil because I didn't want to purchase too much if I ended up spending $33 per bag, and I didn't want to purchase too little either. And so, yeah, that's how I know it takes approximately 1 cubic foot of soil to fill these. All right, so this one looks full. I do want to put a little more just to be on the safe side. Because I know once you water it, it's going to shrink like any other soil. See, look at that. I'm just pushing it down with my hands. Is that right? Do I need to do it this way? No, it goes this way. That's my neighbor fussing with his dog. Okay. that right? I think so. That's how I've seen everybody else do it. Still finding some clumps in there. Good job, Oreo. Okay, that sits on there. It's all locked in, not wobbling, nice and stable. Good job, Oreo. Okay. Good job, JoJo. I guess JoJo's jealous because I was talking to Oreo. Good job, Oreo. Good job, Oreo. I think the high today in Houston was around 82. Good job, JoJo. And so that's how I'm able to be out here without my hat and everything. Mm-hmm. Good job, Oreo. Good job, JoJo. Good job, Oreo. Oreo is a good roaster. Good job, Oreo. Good job, Oreo. Oh, grandbaby alert. Y'all give me a second. All right, so looks like I may have packed it too much because I don't think this is going to fill a fourth one. This is only our third one and it's still not as full as I'd like it. So I'm thinking that it takes approximately a little bit more than 1 cubic foot to fill these up, but that was a good lead. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Good thing is, good job, JoJo. All right. This is still not as full as I would like it. Put a little more in there. Good job, Oreo. All right, now I think that's good and full. This is number 4. Nope. All right, that's perfect. Now these pockets are much deeper than my Dollar Tree planter. I think I'm going to be able to stack it 5 high. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think so. But looks like I need to mix some more soil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video, finish mixing my soil so that you guys don't have to go through this again, because you already saw me do it the first time. And then I'll bring you guys back once I finish filling the pots. All right, good people. I was able to go ahead and get all 5 of them set up. And I'm still able to see to the top, so I'm going to leave it at 5. I'm not going to do 4, 4, and 2. 4, 3, 3, and 3. 3, 3, and 4. I'm going to add this to the top. It's the waterer. Push that down. And this is the top that covers the waterer so that you don't get all the leaves and everything from the fallen trees. So it's a full setup that she provided. The only thing I need to purchase is the base, the spinner base. I haven't added any seeds here just yet. Y'all excuse me, my grandson gave me a Twizzler. And I'm just smacking, I'm sorry. But I do plan on adding that once I get the second one set up. But this is the setup of the first one. Okay, I didn't have that on there right. Now it's on there right. All right. So I do believe you will be able to add just not only your water, but your liquid fertilizer here as well. And it will trickle down to the full, all the way to the base of it. But like I said, number 1 is set up. I'm going to start working on number 2. I'll bring y'all back once number 2 is set up. All right, folks. I know I said that I was going to bring you guys back once I got the second one filled up. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to have enough soil to fill all of them. I may end up having to go back to the store. So Google's calculations were off by saying 1 cubic foot of soil It's more like 1.5, because I bought 5 bags of soil, which holds 10 cubic feet compressed. And it doesn't look like I'm going to have enough soil to fill all 10 of them up, which there should be. So what's going to happen is I'm going to fill as many of them as I can, and then you guys will see that on the video. And the next time you see me on video, I would have already purchased the other soil and went ahead and finished filling it. But yeah, it's not, I don't think it's going to be enough. And see, I didn't even fill this one up as much as I should, because look at that. Look at how much space is still in there. Yeah, this is going to be enough to fill one more. And I'm going to have to get another bag of Pro Mix from Walmart. So that just goes to show you that you can't believe everything you see on the internet. I might need to get 2 bags, because look, I got 2 left after this one's full. So I probably need to get 2 bags of Pro Mix to be on the safe side. And then if I need it somewhere else, I guess I could use it for seed starting mix, because I don't want to put it in the bed. It's way too fluffy and light to put it in my bed. I guess I could put it in a grow bag and maybe try some carrots in the extra Pro Mix that I have, especially since it holds moisture so well. And I do have a couple of fennel that are still in my hydroponic system that I need to bring out. So I can always put the fennel in there. Just got to find some extra grow bags. I'm sure I have some somewhere in the garage. Yeah, see, it's not going to fill it up. Woo-hoo. And that's everything in here. So like I said, approximately maybe 1.25 cubic feet or 1.5 cubic feet. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get this one planted up. Like I said, I did already have an idea of what I wanted to put in them. This one is going to have mostly root crops. So I got some cherry bell radish that I'm gonna drop, and these they mature in around 24 days, and so I'll be able to put something else. It'll be a quick turnaround. I'll be able to put something else in there real soon. I also have these turnips. These turnips harvest within 50 to 60 days, so around 2 months. Then I have these dark red Detroit beets, which days to harvest is 60. Um, I like to soak my beets before I plant them because they are so difficult to germinate. But I also have another beet. Oh, I got a different type of radish, which is a French breakfast radish. And then I also have this golden boy beet that I want to plant as well. So I'm going to set those two aside. And I'm just going to plant these for here. I'm actually plant these three here. The other two, I'm going to soak a little bit and I'll probably plant them later on today. The kohlrabi, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably put the kohlrabi over here on this one. So let me spray this down with a little bit of water first before I put anything in there. Let me grab my water hose. I did also say that I wanted to amend each hole with more fertilizer. So this is the blood meal, and then this one is the bone meal. I'm going to drop a little bit of this in each hole. And there's 6 holes total. We'll do all these on this side. That'll add some additional fertilizer in. All right, got all of those in. I want to stop rubbing against my tree, so let me move it back a little bit. Let me make sure I put bone meal and all these in the front. Okay, since this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be mostly root crops. So the bone meal is really good for the root crops. I'm still going to add a little bit of blood meal. And the reason why I'm going to add the blood meal is because you don't want to have too much tops, but you do still need good tops. And the reason why is because the sun puts energy into the leaves, which puts more energy into the bulb. So you don't need a ton of blood meal, but you still do want to add some in there. This one don't have none. This one don't have none. All right. Everything's got some blood meal. Everything's got some bone meal. Ooh. So let's get planting and mixing. Mix that in there. All right, I'm just mixing it in the hole. All right, everything's been mixed in. Now I am going to spray it with the water hose to moisten it prior to me dropping the seeds in. What's up? Who fighting now? Oh, all right. So I'm just moistening the top of the soil. I will go in and add water to this so that it can dribble down to each one of these cells. Um, but I just want the top of the soil moist right now so that the seeds stick when I drop them in there. Oop, I didn't mix this one. All right, I think that's more than enough. Now, let's get to dropping these seeds. I'm gonna leave these over here. Take out my name tags. That's for lettuce. That's for the beets. This is for the radish, golden beets, lettuce, Merlot lettuce, spinach, cherry bell, Grand Rapids, spinach, turnip. All right. Merlot lettuce here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's 5. These 3 will take this 3, and then the 2 at the bottom will be the beets. So let's start with the radishes. Radishes tend to germinate pretty easily, and so I'm not going to drop too many seeds in here. They don't require soaking. You can kind of just toss them. Same with the turnip seeds. You can kind of just toss them, and they will germinate. I'm going to drop 1, 2, 3 in there. And to know, put it right here. One, two, this is the third one. These are not going to get that big, and so I can plant more than one in each cell. Looking like a prairie dog. Mm-hmm. I got these two back here. Six more seeds. All right, so that's it for the French breakfast radish. Next level is going to be the cherry bell radish. And the reason why I'm doing these root, let's see, cherry bell. Nope, I dropped a couple of them. Oh, that's too many. All right, those are done. That is the cherry bell radish. This actually came with the packet. As a matter of fact, she probably gave me about 30 packets of seeds that came with the GREENSTALK planter. Now we got the turnips. These are the Dollar Tree turnips. Let me see how many are in here. Oh, there's quite a bit. So I'll definitely be getting more than one planting out of these. Disturb that soil a little bit. Oh, that's too many. Those in there. Disturb that soil a little bit. dropping about 3 or 4 seeds in each one. I won't leave. I will come out and thin the seeds. All right, so that's the 1, 2, 3 rows. I got those last 2 rows for the beets. I will plant those later after they've been sown. All right, guys, and before I ended the video, I did also want to show you guys another wonderful gift that I received. This gift came from King's Yard. They are a company that specializes in bird feeders and waterers, and so they sent me this beautiful hummingbird feeder. It's glass. It is, the bottom part is metal. It's very sturdy. They also sent me this bird feeder. Like I said, the name of the company is King's Yard. They sent me this in return for me reviewing their product on my channel. In addition to that, I'll also receive a 20% discount code for anybody that's interested in purchasing one. Also, I will receive a portion of the proceeds from any sales, just so you guys are aware. But this beautiful bird feeder, which has both the inside for seeds and then also on the side, it's got the little baskets for the sweat. Whenever I fill this middle section up with bird seed, the bird seed is usually gone within a day. I feel like the sweat gives me the option to put out a variety. These little compartments on the side hold sweat. It gives me the option of variety, so that the birds are not only eating the seed, but they also have this, and I won't have to refill it as often. It's very sturdy, well made. You just raise this top portion up here, and you can put your seeds in there. Let me grab my seeds. I got the Texas wild seed. So I'm going to fill it up. Hopefully tomorrow morning when I come out, it won't be empty already. But you just pour your seed right here in the middle. As the birds eat it, it will refill on both sides. So you have the little feeder here, you have a feeder on this side, and once they eat it, what happens is it rolls out and refills itself. This, you can put this right back down on there to keep it from getting wet. Then I can fill my sweat up. I bought 2 of the sweats, 1 for each side. This is the Pennington Feeding Frenzy Berry Treat. I've been seeing these commercials a lot. And so this sweat has different, looks like corn and other seeds. Just open this up on the side, place this in there, close it, and they can feast away. Also have one for another one on the other side. So while I was on their website trying to figure out which bird feeder and which hummingbird feeder I wanted, I was looking at some other items. They also have a smart feeder, which has a camera on it. And so you can hook it to the app and you can watch the birds that are feeding from on your feeder from wherever you are, maybe at work or if you're in the house. But they had that smart feeder. I thought that one was really nice. The only reason I didn't choose that one is because I don't have any trees or anything in my backyard to strap it to, and it requires being strapped. But this is your bird feeder, the King's Yard bird feeder. It's filled up with the sweat and the seeds. And then I also have this hummingbird feeder. Like I said, I'm not going to add anything into this one. It's just going to sit and be beautiful until it is time for me to add the sugar water for the hummingbirds. Now, there's also a little case here at the top, this little bowl at the top, which is filled with water because it rained, but you could put something in there for the hummingbirds as well. Or you could probably, put food in there. But these 2 beautiful gifts came from King's Yard. Like I said, they specialize in bird feeders. I will leave a link to their website in the description of this video. I will also leave the discount code if you're interested in purchasing one. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you all for tagging along for this gardening journey. If you have comments, questions, or suggestions, I'd appreciate it if you could leave it down in the comments. If you've enjoyed my content, please like and share this video so that other gardeners of like minds can enjoy my content as well. In the meantime, I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.